This comes from Nancy Tipnis from South Orange, New Jersey, but again, this is a message we heard from many people. Is there anything the average American on the street can do to change any of this? And Bill, we'll start with you.
The average person in this country can really take care of his health or her health and the health of their family. That is the single most important thing that we can do.
Bill, Ms. Canis?
There's another thing that we all have to do, both in the audience and in the country. We have to stop expecting the federal government to insure us against basically anything bad that happens. We have a serious problem in the housing industry and in the housing finance industry. But this bill that has just been passed in Congress bails out some of the people who were foreclosed. It bails out the banks that lend money to these people. There was effort to bail out the home builders themselves. And so all of those people put pressure on their congressmen to say, hey, we're in trouble, please help us. That's something that we have to stop across the board, and it has to be all of us, not just a few of us.
Well, first we have to recognize that government has no money. Government taxes, takes a haircut for administrative expenses, redistributes income, buys some things, and spends more money than it makes, so it borrows increasingly from foreigners, but it has no money. We have the biggest taxation without representation going on now in the history of this country. We are spending more money than we make, and we're expecting our kids, our grandkids, and generations unborn to pay the bill. Why? Because many of them can't vote. They're disenfranchised. Now, what we have to do is to recognize and reward elected officials, Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever, who tell the truth and who stand up and try to help make tough choices sooner rather than later to make sure that America's future is better than its past, and reject the BS and the nothing types of solutions and platitudes that we hear from so many politicians today.
I think we have to make it politically in the self-interest of our politicians to do something compared to doing nothing. And as long as they think their only job is to cater to one special interest after other and let our kids pay the bill, we have ourselves to blame for this. This is a democracy. So the one most important thing that has to happen is the public has to get educated, our kids have to get educated, and then they have to get involved in this democracy. And the second thing they have to do is start saving more, in case you haven't heard that story before tonight.
I would say the most important thing is a woman in New Jersey that can do.
Yes, South Orange, New Jersey.
Yes, is the most important asset she has, or you have, or I have, is ourselves. I mean, and developing your own potential, because most of us don't operate at anything close to full potential. She is in a wonderful place, and she was lucky to be born here. And the important thing is that she develops her potential, whether it's communication skills, whether that any kind of a talent. She's got talents that she probably doesn't know she has even until she works at it. And I don't care if the currency is seashells or anything else. If she's the best of this or that in any given profession or among the top ones, she'll do fine in the society. So I would say go to work on herself.